Okay, I got a track off, VSA track, trick. Let's see, it's in park. Wow. She actually runs really good. Considering she don't have the gas. No gas. 315,928 miles. Boys, let me tell you what, freaking parts for this Sequoia just does not stop. Just does not stop. I've got seat covers. One of them's not come in yet, but I got both of the seat bottoms brand new, and I have a seat back brand new, and I have a brand new set of Toyota floor mats, I guess over some old stock that I got, that I picked up off eBay, brand spanking new. I believe it even comes with the clip that you got to have for the little hole right there that goes in the carpet. I think it even comes with that little clip, if I remember correctly, which is really cool. Those are nice. Those are basically factory. They're not, you know, all leather, just like the factory stuff is mostly fake leather stuff. Let me find my knife, and we need to open up a couple things. Got a couple Amazon packages for the fender flares, I'm pretty sure. Pick up some 180 grit. I got some primer. And I got some base coat for this Toyota. This is a Toyota 202 Shopline JBP. He said, my guy at the paint store, he said the JBP would be required if I was painting over another color. Like if I was painting black on top of black, you could use the other one that I have. But this one, the JBP Shopline, is for, this is a little thicker and it will cover with less coats. That's what he told me. So we'll see. Gotta find a knife, and we need to open up this box right here and figure out what's in there. Alright, so this is package 1163 that I've purchased for this Sequoia rebuild. I'm guessing it's a little bit dull. I need to put this blade around or something. That was kind of crappy. Probably didn't even cut all the way through. There we go. I can't find my regular knife. I misplaced it somewhere. Anyway, let's see what Rock Auto has brought me today. The good thing is, the parts for this Sequoia so far have been reasonable. So, and I say reasonable, I mean like way more reasonable than like for the Mercedes or the Volvo. Way cheaper. Way cheaper. Alright, so in this box should be 2 front upper ball joints and a left lower ball joint. And then it also should have left and right headlamps. Okay. Cool. Got a new magnet for Rock Auto awesomeness. Okay, here's 2 new ball joints. So on this Sequoia, when I got it, as you can see, the front passenger side wheel has gone limp. Needs a little Viagra. So when I got it, I kind of figured these Sequoias are kind of notorious for ball joints going bad and shearing off on that lower ball joint. I kind of figured that's what the problem was. I knew that it hadn't been in a wreck. It just looked like some stuff had been ripped apart from the wheel, kind of ripping things around, because there was no like crazy damage beyond the fender. So they told me that it was a very slow speed issue. They must hit a pothole or something, and then the lower ball joint just gave out. But it was, the boot was torn on it, and the boots are torn on the other side, on the driver's side as well. So you should know on these Sequoias, I would inspect this thing probably every 20,000 miles, and I would say if you got a cracked boot, you need to be looking towards getting a ball joint replaced, getting all of the ball joints replaced. If it starts cracking, just replace them all, because they're pretty cheap. I bought these are Molly brand, so they're not. I mean, they're like an OEM sealed replacement. And these ball joints were, for both of these uppers, were pretty freaking cheap. I want to say both of these upper ball joints were like $10 or $15 a piece. Okay, and I have a press, so I can do that, no problem. And then this one is the lower. So it comes as a whole unit. It's got the part that hooks up to the tie rod here. There's a new cotter pin, comes with a new nut. Comes with everything you need. It's this whole part. It bolts on with 4 bolts on the bottom of the spindle or the hub. And then you bolt the tie rod through this hole here. This whole assembly here was like 20 bucks. Okay, the other side's like 20 bucks. So it's literally like $50 or $60 worth of parts, and a little bit of labor to get those ball joints. Okay, and this vehicle, I grabbed a lower ball joint that looked like it's in decent shape from the junkyard, just so I could get the vehicle back on the ground and get it off my trailer. But when I got the vehicle, I actually looked at it. I told the forklift driver when he loaded up on my trailer, I told him, I said, hey, let me take a look at that front wheel. Let me make sure that when you set it down, it doesn't cause any additional damage. He was like, yeah, no problem. So he let me look at it for a second before we set it down, and it wasn't hurting anything at all. Just that lower ball joint had sheared off. And funny story, when I was taking everything out of the interior of the Sequoia, I realized real quick there was another ball joint that had sheared off, which is hilarious. Was underneath the back seat in a little cubby hole in the floor. There was another broken ball joint in there. It's kind of freaking hilarious. I'm just gonna look at one of these. Look like they've never been opened, so. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Does it come with a bulb? It even comes with a freaking brand new bulb, dude. These are TYC, so these are recommended aftermarket replacements for any type of vehicle is a TYC brand. There's your TYC number at the bottom there. I always go for the TYC stuff. It seems to fit good. You know, if it's not going to be OEM, then I go for the best aftermarket stuff I can find, which is usually the TYC stuff. I'm not going to open the other one. Still waiting on the turn signals, but I got parts for days. Let me show you what else I've been up to since I acquired this thing last weekend. So over the course of a week. Okay, back out here in the garage. As you can see, I have gotten the interior pretty much torn apart. The entire dash assembly here is about the only thing left in this vehicle. I've still got to work on trying to get these little spots out of the dash right here. But other than that, everything is clean. All the cockroaches are gone. You can see everything is clean down here in the floor. It doesn't stink anymore. I've torn the console completely apart, cleaned it out. All of the tobacco from making blunts is all gone now. Don't ask me how I know. Then all the plastic parts back here. I spent all freaking day Saturday. I worked from dusk till dawn, or dawn till dusk, on cleaning plastic parts. So they're all clean now, ready to go. The only thing I need to work on in here is the sunroof up here. Got to figure out why that's not working, and then we can start piecing this thing back together. And then the headliner is up here. I need to get it cleaned and get the visors cleaned. All the visors are right there. I got to get those cleaned up. Then here's the passenger side seat. It don't look nearly as bad. I'm going to go ahead and replace the covers anyways. I ordered them, so I'm going to replace those. Fix this little cover thing on the side. It works perfectly, but it's just needs a little TLC. We got brand new fog lights right there. And then here's my box of freaking goodies. I've got all kinds of freaking parts in here from the interior, disassembly, as well as parts from the junkyard, like a not broken third brake light, side view mirrors. I got a pair of those, which I'll just swap out the skull caps. But actually, I was thinking about it. These right here. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully they're power folding. I don't know if the SR5 came with power folding mirrors. I know the Limited does, but chances are these are not. Chances are, quit shaking. Chances are these side view mirrors are not power folding, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. And here's the speakers that I chose for this project. These are factory, really nice Volvo speakers, 6.5s, same mounting as the factory Toyota stuff, and I even cut the harnesses off so I can wire those into the Sequoia here. So I got a set of those, and I got a pair of Volvo tweeters that I can swap out with the Sequoia. I have not cleaned up this center console section, which is the little cup holders. You can see some more tobacco mess right there. There's probably some weed in there, more than likely. And I did get a decent back hatch weather stripping because mine was completely damaged. And then I got 3 out of the 4 doors. The driver's side, front, weather stripping was already gone off of this vehicle, but the rest of these, they look really good. They're not separating. The color part's not separating off of these yet. So I got 3 good ones. I got to find a driver's side front somewhere, which pretty much stripped the 3 Sequoias that I got in my local junkyard. Actually, I have 5 in my area right now, and I've pretty much gotten every good part I could get off of those. And now it's just a matter of trying to wait and see if I can find one more good weather stripping. I'll be good to go for the driver front. And then I also need to figure out what I'm going to do with these right here. They're peeling apart because, you know, it's part of this little window swipe section right here. So even if you take this black stuff off, it's going to take this off right here, which means you're going to be able to just see right down into the window channel, which I don't like. So I got to figure out what to do with that. I don't know yet. And I got to order badges off eBay because I can't find any limited badges. I know the 4Runner also has limited badges, but unfortunately the junkyard don't usually carry 4Runners. I guess those are pretty much saved. And then the other thing is I don't have that speaker cover for that door panel right there, and I don't have a good set of those door handles and handle inserts. I don't have a good set of those. I think I picked up one to maybe repair that one, but that's all I got. And the door panel. So I've got 2 door panels in here. I've got one for the driver front and one for the passenger front. And you can see they're the same color, but the inserts are not the same. So like the Limited has like this insert right here with the wrinkles in it, and the SR5 does not have the little wrinkles in it. It's just like a vinyl material, or you know, that's vinyl too, but still. And another thing I got to order is a replacement antenna. This power antenna does work, but it needs a replacement actual antenna on there, and so I got to do that. And I'm going to need a windshield, which I'll do that very, very last. If I do it at all, it'll be the very last thing to do is that. So that's that. Front grill's fine. I do have a one of these right here. So this little trim piece that goes between the hood and the bumper right here, I got one of those. I got to paint it. And then I also got a replacement front bumper from the junkyard. So it just needs to be painted. I'm probably more than likely going to wind up repainting this whole hood just because it's so bad. I could probably polish that out and make it look okay, but the best thing to do is probably just going to be to repaint, just because I got this huge hunk of metal or paint missing right there. I might as well just paint it. And I'm probably going to have to paint the skull caps. Then the wheels themselves. So the actual wheels are actually good shape. There's one of them, I think the front passenger side got a little bit of face damage on it, but they're a little bit corroded on the back side, but the faces all look great. So I think I'm just going to clean them up. And I did find on Amazon, I found a replacement set of Toyota center caps for these prime wheels. This is a aftermarket dealer installed 20-inch wheel, dealer installed accessory. Okay. You'll see several Tundras out there and Sequoias that'll have these aftermarket dealer installed accessory 20-inch prime wheels, and it shows on the sticker that they were 16-inch come factory, and they don't modify the door sticker when you get a dealer installed accessory. And I don't know, I can't find any info saying that this truck actually came with, if they purchased it with the dealer installed accessory or not. That usually wouldn't show up on the original sticker. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly what this spec was specifically and what options it had.